Let's put everything that I have talked about and taught you in my past videos to the test. So next product, trendy products is data driven. I'm going to break down a real Amazon product live, and we're going to decide together, is this product a hero? Does it meet all of the hero criteria, or is this product a trap? So I've sold over $400 million on Amazon. I run a marketing agency called Bad Marketing, where we sell over $100 million per year for our clients on Amazon. Now I've helped hundreds and hundreds of brands and dozens, if not hundreds, of individuals avoid costly mistakes just by asking the right questions and implementing the right mindset and strategy before they launch a product. So in this video, you'll see how I break down and think about a product idea using the exact framework that I've taught you in this entire product finding series. And I know how tempting it can be to chase a product that looks like a winner, or maybe it's trending, but you really just can't take it at face value and let your emotion take over. It's honestly a mix. It's an art. It's not all science and data and numbers. It's not all emotion. But when you put those two and combine them together, that's when the magic happens. So just because it has great search volume, reasonable reviews, solid BSR, like sometimes those are traps in disguise. So if you miss the warning signs like that, it's going to cost you thousands of dollars or tens of thousands of dollars, and it could kill your product dead in the water before you even make a single dollar. So let me show you how I spot the difference. I just looked up a random product. I haven't thought about this yet, so hopefully this is raw and real and shows you the thought process that I go through after doing this thousands and thousands of times. So today's product in this video is going to be protein chips. Looks pretty decent, right? Sounds pretty good. Let's break it down. Step number one I talk about is the life cycle type. So are protein chips evergreen, seasonal, or trendy? In this case, they're evergreen. They could be a little seasonal, meaning like January or Q1 of the year, people are trying to, their new year, new me, they're trying to get in summer bod shape. So I think you would see a spike during that season, but it's not going to tail off and go to zero or nothing throughout the rest of the year. So even though there's going to be a bump and a bump in the trend and sales velocity during the start of the year, this product sells really well year round, and the search volume is good year round. So let's just confirm that, and we use the Helium 10 Chrome plugin, and then protein chips, 35,000 searches per month. And we can click the little chart here and look at the 1 year. So there's a spike, something's going on right now in July, but you can see like there's ebbs and flows, but in general stays pretty consistent, 40,000 to 60,000 searches all throughout the year. It doesn't like Halloween costumes go to 150,000 searches down to 1,000 searches after Halloween. So, and we can see this is a really good growing trend line here. So it's getting more and more popular. So that checks out. Evergreen product that's light and small and easy to ship. So check for that first box. Now, step number two, the saturation check. Let's look at the BSR range and look at the review spread. So review spread here, there's some people, Legendary and Wild, 1.6K. Legendary has 475 reviews. This one has 344. Those are sponsored ads though, so let's look below sponsored. 1.6, 780, 991. There's a big one, Quest, with 10,000, almost 11,000 and 7,000 reviews. Scroll down a couple more lines. So we're still on page one here. 1.3, whoa, that one's big, 14.5, Protein Puffs. That's cool. So the reviews are honestly borderline. It's good. I'm going to give it kind of like a half check here. Let's look at BSR because there are some newer listings with only a few hundred reviews. Okay, so let's look at BSR here. BSR range, meaning bestseller rank, and that's bestseller in the top level category. So health and household, 11,000, 8,000, 2,597. So Quest is just dominating here. If you're not familiar with Quest, it's backed by a really popular entrepreneur and influencer led and all of that good stuff. They got a lot of going on TikTok. They're all in retail stores and gyms and everything. So that's a big whale out there in this space. But Wild 2,000, 8,000 BSR, 11,000. Let's look at a couple more here. This one's in grocery and gourmet. This one's BSR undefined. So health and household. Oh, those aren't. That's not the product. That's not protein chips. Let's look down here. Okay, so 18,000, 1,000. This is pretty competitive. So I'm going to give the step 2 saturation check. It's pretty saturated. There's a couple brands that dominate this space. Their BSRs are all low. If you don't know what like the BSR ranges I'm looking for and the thought process behind why, you can go back to my previous video a few videos back, and I teach all about that. Okay, so I'm going to give this one an X here on. So step 1 life cycle type was a check. This was evergreen. Step 2 saturation check. I'm going to give this an X. It's pretty saturated. Okay, let's go through step number 3, price and margin viability. So the retail price, I'm looking here like, can I sell these for, like, do I have to sell them for $6.99 or $9.99, or can I sell these for like $25, $30, $40, $50? And so a single bag here, this is probably like a loss leader for them to get new to brand customers for $5.79. But if we look like $19.99 for a pack of 12, okay, $35, $35, $25, $24, $36. So the price is pretty good. Okay, there would definitely be room for margin here if I'm selling a multi-pack. Like this is 4 bags for $34.99. These are like big bags, I believe, but that's still really good for like $35 for 4 bags, almost $10 a bag. Like that's a high margin product. Okay, so price and margin viability, there's definitely room for margin here. Check on that one. Now, category number 4, thought process number 4, let's talk about demand signal. BSR is consistent, it's low for everybody, which in this case is good, right? In the case of like saturation check, a really, really low BSR across everybody on page 1 is bad. But let's look at ad and niche saturation is what I'm talking about here in the demand signal. So this category is dominated by Wild and for sure Quest, and then looks like Legendary is the 3rd and newest player in this space. So this one would be an X because it is dominated by a couple really, really big players. Okay, and you're gonna have a hard time like, and really just these 2 people, Wild and Quest, and they are everywhere and they dominate. And there's not a lot of like, I'm down here probably on page 4 of mobile. I'm still seeing Wild and Quest, and like here's Fitzel's protein pretzels, but like this niche is really dominated by a couple big players. And that tells me it's going to be hard to break into that and steal sales from them unless I just have like some crazy angle, like I'm backed by a really popular celebrity or fitness influencer that's pushing traffic to Amazon. Okay, so for demand signal, don't like this, and that's an X from me. Okay, so the verdict on this product, although at first glance it looks good, let's look at the full summary here on this Helium 10 module. $15.5 million in this category for protein chips in the last 30 days, in the last month. $15.5 million. That like money signs in my eyes right there. I light up, and then I think it's consumable. It's light and small and easy to ship. They're gonna subscribe to it, they're gonna buy it a ton of times, and it's evergreen. Like this is a winning product, right? But actually this product is a trap because of everything I just walked through. So high competition, there is margin, but it'd be hard to sell a product up against Quest and Wild and Legendary for $34.99. You're gonna have to sell it like $24.99 or $19.99 on launch. Okay, they all have really good branding already. There's not really a way to come in here with like better branding, right? That sticks out. So could somebody make this category in this niche, this product work? Yeah, sure. Again, if you're a huge fitness influencer or you partner with a fitness influencer and you already have a big audience that is ready and willing to buy and trust to buy from you. But if you're launching your first or second product or you don't have an angle like that, this product again is a total trap, and you've got way better options than the protein chip market. Okay, so that's my thought process there. I hope that is helpful. That wraps up this section of the product research and validation series. And again, if you go through all of that and do that for your own product, I promise it's going to save you from making tens of thousands of dollars of mistakes and potentially launching a failed product. If you made it all the way through this playlist and you are already ahead of 95% of other sellers out there, I promise. So now go apply it, right? It's time to apply it. Don't just watch these videos and, it goes in one ear and out the other. I really want you to apply this. So if you want feedback on your own product ideas and you want me to personally review them, join me inside the jungle. And if you are ready to launch, then let's get to it. Watch my next video about how to optimize your title and rank your listing high in the organic search results if you are ready to launch. So I'll see you in that next video. Peace.